Hello, it's Jo here from Shalem Health Retreat, and today we're going to be making a very delicious pesto. And it's going to be a little bit different to what you might have made previously if you've made pesto. Normally we would make pesto with basil, but today we're going to be using parsley, and I've just picked this beautiful parsley out of the garden, fresh. I learnt about this through a dear friend of mine who said you can make pesto using parsley or coriander. You could make it even using spinach or kale. So experiment and see what you like best. But today we're going to be using parsley. The first thing I want to do is to pop the garlic into the Thermomix. We're using 3 cloves. If you don't like garlic so much, you could use 1 or 2, but I love garlic and it's also very medicinal. So we're going to pop 3 cloves into the Thermomix. I like to do that first because sometimes I find if I blend all the ingredients up together with the garlic like this, I get large chunks of garlic in the pesto, and as much as I love it, I don't want to be munching on large chunks. So we're just going to pop that in the Thermomix first and blend that up for a few seconds. And very easy, you don't need a Thermomix. You could use a food processor or you could just chop it up by hand. But there we go. There's our beautifully chopped up garlic. So that will not interfere with the other flavours because it's nicely ground up, but you'll still get that yummy garlic taste. All right, so next we're just going to put everything else in. So you want a very generous bunch of parsley. So let's just add that to the Thermomix. And you're almost going to fill it up to the top. Press it down a little bit. As you can see there, nice and full. Now I like my pesto to be fairly chunky. If you like yours to be more liquidy, more runny for stirring through pasta, then you would just use more water in this recipe. But today we've got, for a chunky pesto, we've got ½ cup. And then we just want to add some lemon juice, 1/4 cup of lemon juice. And we have some salt, some Celtic sea salt. That's 1 teaspoon. And the thing I love about this recipe is it has no added oil. All the oil comes from these cashew nuts. You could use pine nuts, you could use almonds, you could use walnuts. The cashew gives it a lovely sweet flavour, which I really like. So we're going to add 1 cup of raw cashews. Make sure when you're using your nuts, they're nice and raw. Okay, so we're just going to blend all of that up now. Okay, we'll just have a look and see how that's going. Again, if you want a more runny consistency, you want to blend it for a little bit longer with more water. But I am really liking the look of that. That is quite chunky still. And just enough liquid to make it spreadable. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how I've been enjoying my pesto lately. And it's on one of those very yummy purple sweet potatoes, which I've just baked in the oven with the skin on and everything. And I just like to put the pesto on that. I like to use it as a spread on bread, as a dip with vegetables. You could have it as well. So I'm just going to pop that on there like so. And I am loving these colours. As you can see, we've got the beautiful green. We've got the purple there of the sweet potato. And I've also made up a garden salad, which I've gone and picked some greens out of the garden and some dill, which is one of my favourite herbs at the moment. And so I'm just going to pop that on my plate like so. And I can tell you my mouth is watering. I'm going to be having this for lunch. I've got some delicious radish, which we've grown in our garden as well. And there you go. That is our pesto using parsley spread on that delicious sweet potato, purple sweet potato, with a very yummy salad. I'm just going to pour a little bit of lemon juice over that, a little bit of salt. That will be my dressing. Bon appetit.